Their love story, of course, was an inspiration. And although it's been more than 2 years since Joey passed away, her memory is alive at the farm where Rory Feek still lives with their daughter, Indiana. What makes this place so special?
Well, the biggest thing for me that makes it so special is the story that's unfolded here.
What are your favorite parts of that story?
Well, I fell in love. We had a baby. My wife and I were able to grow a music career here. And then ultimately, you know, even though we're here without her, that she's still here. She's buried in the cemetery back there. And all of it, it's like it's so beautiful and tragic at the same time. But the beautiful outweighs the tragic.
A big part of that beautiful for Rory is Indiana, his 4.5-year-old daughter with Joey. Indiana was just 2 when her mom died.
Talk to me about how she's doing.
She's amazing. When you find out that your little one has Down syndrome, you don't know what you're going to get. It's just turned out that so far she's really just a normal kid. She's walking and talking really well, and she's so smart. What a gift to have her. You can't be in place of Joey, but just as a great way to feel Joey's love every day.
One of your dreams was to homeschool, have Indiana go to a school right here, close to you all. That dream's come true.
I'm just absolutely thrilled. Who gets to have a schoolhouse at their farm?
Not many people.
Who gets to have a schoolhouse at their farm within, 100 yards of where their mama's passed away and buried? It just, it doesn't get to happen. But it is.
Rory invited me to take a tour of his new school, which welcomed 12 students this year with all different learning abilities.
This is Miss Jenna. Can you give a hug?
Oh, thank you for giving me a hug. I needed that. It's nice to meet you.
Today, the kids were in for a special treat. Rory reading to them his brand new children's book, The Cow Said Nay.
You want to help me read? Here we go. The Cow Said Nay, a farm story by Indiana's Papa.
And after a nearly 2-year break, Rory recently started performing again at the concert hall on the farm.
I never lose her memory. I close my eyes so I can see. I never lose.
My heart wasn't quite ready, but there were so many wonderful people.
Occasionally, a special guest makes a cameo.
What do you tell your daughter about her mom? Do y'all talk about her a lot?
Oh, yeah. She talks about her a lot because she knows her music. She knows, especially the hymns album. She sings every word of the hymns album.
Something happened. I know.
I think she's not quite old enough to understand why Mama isn't walking her to school or helping us make breakfast in the mornings. But she is old enough to understand that she's here and she has a mama. And her name is Joey.
Your faith is remarkable. I know that so many people watching who have lost people they love want some of that. How do you find this faith in the darkest times?
When you get to be part of amazing things that happen, you can't be upset that you don't get more of it. I don't get more than 14 years with Joey. I just try and remain grateful for what I've been part of. And mostly I just believe that more good things can happen. And so for some reason, the gratitude has a way of overshadowing the grief.
What do you think your wife is thinking when she looks down and sees the schoolhouse and this life that you're still living?
I think she would say, my husband's crazy. Good job.
Oh, y'all, I had the best day with him. I really did. And one thing he said that struck me that I got home and told my husband was that he has 2 older kids, one of whom is getting married. She came out to him and is getting married to her girlfriend on their farm, and love prevailed. But he said, I used to think, oh gosh, I have to change a diaper or I have to take out trash. And then with Indiana, he thought, taking out the trash or changing a diaper is living. So let's not complain about it, let's live it. And he has a new DVD out of their love story, which you can see. And there's more of our conversation on today.com. But y'all, I was inspired, I have to say.
That's a beautiful.
And I have a lot of y'alls in this show today.
We like those. Thanks,
That was beautiful,
Thank you,
Jenna.
thank you.
Jenna, thank you.